And here we go. Welcome to Politics with Mermaid Ari. Hi, that's me, your host. I talk to Trump supporters, and sometimes they crash out. Well, more than sometimes. Sorry y'all that I was a little bit late. I realized belatedly that I don't have my water bottle. So that was kind of a problem. I would love to have my water here with me, but apparently I left it at my non-existent liberal job today. So gotta play into that trope, y'all. Gotta play into the trope, dude. Every single day. Getting the TikTok started in a second. Getting this open. Oh my gosh, guys, I had some hard, not fun conversations, I can say today. So that's always fun. Oh, that was something, Raul. That was something. If you guys are not in the Discord, you need to join the Discord server because from when I started watching the speech, I was just in there. And woof. Talk about jumping around on topics. That was something. That was certainly something, guys. I don't know what else to call it. Don't know what else to call it. Well, we are getting TikTok started now. All right, and now TikTok's going. Just a friendly reminder, guys, we do not start bringing in calls until TikTok gets started and the likes drive up on TikTok. I want to also go ahead and say welcome back. Thank you, Feisty, and thank you to all of my moderators for being here and being with me. I appreciate that much. So yeah, there is all of that as well. So there's all of these things. Oh, you made money off the market because Donald Trump tacoed? Isn't that funny? Yeah. You make money off of Donald Trump tacoing. I'm not sure that's something you should ever be proud of, if I'm being totally honest. Like, yes, thank you to all of the moderators for being here. Like, why is that something for you to like? Donald Trump backing out, chickening out on his tariffs again. It's so weird. It is so weird. Oh, no, user, you just have a limited understanding of what I actually say. And that's why you have to phrase it in that way. Oh, TikTok user, don't you understand that taco was actually given to Donald Trump by Wall Street? Trump always chickens out. I'm so sorry that it upsets you that I'm utilizing Wall Street's verbiage. Who benefited today? Who benefited today? Oh, Greg, I appreciate that, but I don't talk to the same boring TikTok guests that go everywhere. Because they literally talk to everybody. And I don't need them, so I do appreciate it though, Greg. Gosh, Bob. No, I did not. You guys are so funny. No, user. I just have not taken a TikTok guest in months. So cry harder, cope more. How would you like to start that out? Anyway, so when you actually, one second, guys. I just want to help him out with something. TikTok user, if you actually thought I was afraid of you, then you wouldn't be in my comments at the start of every fucking live, almost every goddamn day, where you just chitter chat in the comments like the entire times. To be very clear with you, user, this is how my stream has been running since July. If you don't understand how to follow instructions, that's a comprehension issue on your part, not on my part in any way, shape, or form. Oh, if you were not afraid to talk to me, you would do it in front of a live audience. Sir, there's a number at the top of my screen. I'm sorry that you don't understand what Arabic numerals are. Oh, you little Pookie. Lala, you can take care of them. Oh, man. People are so strange. Anyway, so Donald Trump couldn't decide how he was going to talk today, which topic he was going to stay on at any point in time. Not only that, couldn't stay on topic, he couldn't even answer a question that was directly asked towards him and stay on point with the question. It was quite interesting to see. Like, just like, oh my gosh, you're so weird. It was interesting to see. It was hard to listen to. Very hard to listen to, I gotta be honest. Very difficult to listen to. Just like jumped around on topic. I'm like, oh, we were talking about this, and now we're talking about this, and Iceland is now Greenland, and just to make up for that, he's going to talk about taking over Iceland next, just to get it back on track. What's the sad face for? I saw a sad face in the comments. What's the sad face for? Oh. Hi, host of Soul. Sorry. What is wrong with you? I don't know. What is wrong with you? I hope nothing's wrong with you. Let me rephrase. I don't like that phrasing. I don't like that phrasing at all. Right? Hey, Kayla. How we doing? I don't know if it was 2 hours long. I know I listened to it for at least like 40 minutes. And definitely, I need to find the transcript actually. I might work on that real quick. I might go out of my way to find the transcript. So let me see here. Let's see. Speech transcripts. Ooh, there we go. I love speech transcripts. Was it really 12? No, it wasn't 12 hours ago. That's totally wrong. It's going to be this one. The other one was probably for yesterday's talk. That was also a lot of just weird stuff. Let me just be so for real. Weird stuff. So there is all of that going on. All right, let's see. I need to pop that in to where I save everything at. And that goes in here. Perfect. All right, y'all know the drill. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello? Gonna take that as a no. Couldn't hear them. You are. Yeah. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Hello, how are you? Doing well. How old are you? 41. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, besides the border, he's the lesser of two evils by far. Imagine if we had Tim Walz in there.
I'm so sorry. How do you achieve lesser of two evils?
Imagine if Tim Walz was there and Kamala Harris. Well, how would?
I'm so sorry. How do you achieve a lesser of two evils?
What do you mean? How do I achieve a lesser of two evils?
Which part of my question did you not understand? I
that
said
you
Donald
only
Trump
have
has
two
been,
options.
let me repeat it back for you, okay? I don't think you understood the question. And if you don't understand one of the words, just please let me know which word you're having a misunderstanding of. Specifically, what did Donald Trump achieve in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
He's protected the border, and he's also gotten us some money in tariffs.
Gotten you some money in tariffs, like you specifically, or did you mean the country?
The country.
The country. Okay, cool. Can you tell me who pays for tariffs? Like, so for example, the United States has a 15% tariff on Germany. Who pays that 15% tariff to the United States government?
The companies that are selling their products here.
The companies that are selling the products here. So you mean the German
The
companies?
companies doing business here.
No, which ones? Is it the German companies that are paying the 15% to the United States government?
I don't
Or
have
is
the
it
stats in front of
the,
me, but we
your
collected
service
tariffs
is
we
absolutely
collected quite a bit of
horrible.
tariffs.
So let's try this again. Hopefully I can understand you because your service is not great. So is it the German companies that are paying the tariffs to the United States government, or is it the American importer that is paying the tariff to the United States government?
Well, it all goes to the same, but at the end of the day, we get some money
No,
back.
that's not what I asked. Let's keep on track. This is a very specific question. This is binary. There's one of two answers here, okay? Who's paying the 15% tariff to the United States government? The German company, in this scenario, because I use Germany, or the American importer?
The person that pays the tariff directly, I believe, is the German company.
Have you ever looked this up by any chance?
No, but the thing is, like,
No, I'm just sorry. This is a serious question. Yes or no question. Have you ever looked this up by any
I haven't
chance?
looked it up. I haven't looked it up directly, but you're asking the same question as the same thing.
It's not the same thing. You just have an inherent misunderstanding, and I got to know where to start. Sir,
it doesn't matter who.
The reason why I asked it absolutely does. Oh, at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, it helps our deficit, which
it helps our deficit.
Which was really, really bad.
What's our deficit right now?
People are already leaving.
What's our deficit right now?
I don't have that detail right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and look it up. U.S. debt.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think we would
The
be better off with
United
Kamala
States
and Tim
debt is still $38 trillion, $38,637 billion. And it has not gone down since Donald Trump has been in office. In fact, it has increased by $2 trillion. So please tell me how $200 billion estimated has of tariff revenue gone to, how has it gone to the United States debt? Can you help me out with that? I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, because whenever you have a company that was run poorly and someone comes in and takes over, spending has to happen. So of course we're not there yet, but we are getting money in, and eventually
you just said that it was already paying down the debt. Not that it would pay it down. You said that it was paying down the debt, but the debt is going up.
Because we're also spending money at the same time.
So which one is it? Is it paying down the debt or is it going up?
It's paying down the debt, but we're also spending money for other things.
Can I find this? Where's the receipts that it went to the debt? Where is the receipts that I went towards the debt?
You think they're just making it? Let me ask you a question. This is why I called, because I didn't have all my details in front of me, all the stats, but I wanted to ask you a simple question. So in your opinion, we would have been better off under Kamala and Tim Walz?
Sir, my dog would have been a better president than Donald Trump. So
Tim Walz and Kamala Harris would have done better than President Trump.
I think my dog would have been better than Donald Trump.
Considering just the border problem, you don't see that was like that resolved, or at least like getting resolved?
The border problem is, you said it's getting resolved?
Yeah.
Sure, we can make a thought process that perhaps illegal immigration has gone down, but there's no proof of it because I don't know if you realize this.
You don't believe anything. That's the problem.
Can I finish my sentence?
If you're gonna live like that,
would you like me to finish my sentence so you actually understand what I'm saying instead of making an assumption?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually was. If you had shushied for a moment, perhaps you would have understood. So we're going to go ahead and start this over because you interrupted my train of thought. So I have to start the sentence back from the beginning. So perhaps we can make an assumption that maybe illegal immigration has decreased. And the reason why I say you can make an assumption is because if they are coming here through non-ports of entry and they are not found nor seen nor caught by CBP or the National Guard that's on our southern border, for example, then we have no way of knowing that they're here. And so it's always been an unquantifiable number because we don't know how many of them exist as they are coming across. So because it's unquantifiable, I have no way to make a positive or negative claim in saying that illegal or unauthorized immigration is in fact down because we can't keep track of it.
You know, like you're so.
Which part did you not understand?
I understood all of it. Stop being condescending. If you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation.
Can you reiterate it back to me then in like layman's terms?
Yes, you're pretty much saying that since you don't have proof of any actual, how many actual people were in or out, that you can't say yes or no. But it's obvious if you ask anybody that was affected
it's
by
obvious?
it. And it's obvious. It's common sense.
What makes something, common sense? At the end of the day, you guys, it's just common sense.
No, it's literally like you live in Colorado, it seems like. So I'm sure you probably know people in Aurora and Denver that were highly affected by the immigrants.
Because someone's area code is definitely where they live. Yeah.
No, I didn't say definitely. Listen, by trying to be condescending, it's really hard to have just a regular conversation. But at the end of the day, so
you wouldn't know condescension if it came up and slapped you in the face. I literally am trying to teach you something, and you won't listen to a single thing.
You have nothing to teach.
Okay, well, who pays tariffs?
You have nothing to
Who pays tariffs? If we have a 15% tariff, if we have a 15% tariff, if we have a 15%, okay, time out. If we have a 15% tariff on a country like Germany, who is paying that 15% tariff to the United States government?
Obviously, in business, it ends up going to the consumer. But it also goes to the company because they make less money.
No. Which part of my question do you not understand? Who pays the 15% tariff? See, yeah, you're right. You're not here to learn. You're not here to understand anything. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point, actually. So here's what's up. All right. So here's what's up, Pookie. Okay. You don't understand anything, and you've made that clear that you don't understand anything, and you're not even trying to learn anything. See, you said I'm not teaching you anything. Perhaps if you had actually listened to what I said or what I was trying to say when it came to tariffs, you would have actually had the capacity to learn something. You're the one who's proven that you were coming up here to not learn a single thing. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? How old are you? 29. Are you still supporting Donald Trump? What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Mainly his expansion on the military benefits, the Forever GI Bill, and his increased veterans benefits and assisting with veterans loan assistance and everything.
Okay, so the loan assistance was just a renewal, right? It's a renewal policy. It's been in effect since 1946, especially when it comes to foreclosures and things like that. So yes, I can give him a credit for continuing on that policy. That's cool. The other, like the continuous GI Bill that gets passed on to your kids, that's also been a thing for about 15 years now.
Yeah, but he extended the benefit eligibility and removed the time limits for usage. And
what's the benefit eligibility and what are the time limits for usage then?
So the time limit for usage used to be that you had to use it, I believe, within 6 years of getting out.
It hasn't been that way for a long time.
It definitely has.
It definitely has not.
It has.
Okay, so it just changed. So it just changed from 6 years to how long?
It's now a lifetime benefit.
Okay, so it just changed from 6 years to a lifetime, and that was just done under Trump for the first time ever.
It was changed I believe before, but it was changed here recently because the
Oh.
TAPS program now has changed that.
Oh,
They
so
explain that
this
during the TAPS
wasn't
program.
just under Trump. Got it.
It was done under Trump. And then you
What's
also have the
what's
Yellow Ribbon program for
sure,
certain
what's the
degrees, like in
congressional
stem
bill
cells.
number?
Fuck, I don't fucking know. What?
Why don't you know? What's the
Well,
congressional
because
bill
when you go through
number?
TAPS class, they don't tell you the bill number that it was done under.
Oh,
What?
okay. So you're just giving him credit for something that you're unsure of.
I'm giving him credit for something that was passed during his it was his administration that did it.
But how would you know
Why?
if you
Why
don't
are
have the
you?
bill
Why are
number?
you being so condescending right now?
This isn't
Like I'm having to
condescension.
have a
If I'm
conversation
so
with you.
sorry. Me pressing you on your level of knowledge is not condescension.
And I just told you that it was explained during the TAPS class.
Okay, but you
Like,
didn't ever go to look it up
I
to
mean,
verify.
let me pull up. As a part of the post 9/11 GI Bill that helps veterans and their dependents pay for higher tuition and fees, private, state, or graduate schools by covering the costs not met by the standard GI Bill with participating schools. Blah blah blah. Oh, this is the Yellow Ribbon program.
Oh, so it's been around for a while, huh?
Post 9/11 GI Bill is just what it's called. That's not
Okay.
that's not how that works, but okay. Oh Lord.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, if you look at just what he's doing for the military right now, I think it's very easy to support him as a service member.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot more support for our military, and he's expanding the benefits for the military and expanding benefits for military families. They've also opened 25 new VA support centers under his administration. They've opened 25 new centers.
Oh gosh, this was passed under Biden. W. Biden.
What was passed under Biden? You need to be a little more specific there.
Your expansion of the post 9/11 GI Bill. Congratulations. You do realize that it takes a while to go in effect. Not all bills are immediate.
And where do you see that at?
Literally Congress.gov.
That you what? Congress.gov? Okay, cool. Let me put in Congress.gov and let me read this when I pull up Congress.gov. Because you want to give a generic link. Congress.gov. Wow. Man, where do I see anything about posts? Oh, wait, I don't.
Sorry, you can't find it. That's a you problem, my guy.
So let's see here.
Oh.
VA Care. Oh, yes, VA Care via the Veteran Choice Program, which addressed specific needs like loan debt for disabled veterans, and more recently, in late 2025 and early 2026 context, authorized actions like reinstating GI Bill benefits for COVID mandate, separated troops, and implementing holiday bonuses and pay during government shutdowns, focusing on education, healthcare, and immediate financial benefit.
It even links directly to the congressional bills. Ah, I love this so much.
Oh, you're not listening to what I'm saying now? Okay, cool.
You're awesome.
So yeah,
I'm sorry, you don't even know that
just
this
supporting him
existed.
because
It's
of his
very
benefits for the
interesting.
military.
Sure. So
He's
did you
not-
also support Joe Biden for giving an average of a 4.77% raise under his administration?
Yes, that was actually really appreciated by most of those military
Awesome,
members.
because he beyond beat Donald Trump with his average of 2.7. No, I think it was 2.4 raises.
Yeah, under Trump, we've had the highest recruit numbers we've seen in the last 20 years.
Oh no, yeah, recruitments are up, but part of that is also people that are leaving their they're graduating their officer classes where they join them under the Biden administration. Their academies.
What?
Are
do
you
realize
not
that when we
aware of
talk
the
about recruitment numbers, we're
academies
talking
and the
about
fact that
enlistments, right?
the
You're talking about
academies
two different
also
things.
count towards recruitment after they leave the academy?
No,
Oh my goodness.
no.
W.
When they say
Biden
enlistment,
again.
when
W.
they say
Biden.
enlistment,
Oh, where
that's
can I
not what
find
an
the next
enlistment
day
is.
enlistments?
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Next
That is not what
day
enlistments means.
enlistments
It's not
in
enlistment.
the
Do you not know how?
military
No.
are up?
Okay,
Is that what we're looking for?
pause. You don't know how
Oh,
enlistment works.
okay. Yeah, they've been
You
continuing
don't know
strong
how
since
enlistment works.
2024. Wow,
That's not
that's
how
pretty
enlistment
cool.
works.
Let's see. Department
Excuse
of
me.
Defense reported a
Oh my
12.5%
fucking
jump in
God.
enlistments from fiscal year 2023 to 2024. Wow.
Do you know
And then
what the word
they
enlistment
continued
means? Okay,
strong
stop.
late
This is
into
not even a political
2024 and
conversation anymore.
2025.
This is not even a political
Wow, this
conversation
is
anymore. Let
so
me explain to you
interesting.
the
I love
difference
this.
between enlistment and
Wow,
no,
that's so
you're talking about two different
cool.
things.
W.
You're talking
Biden.
about
Woo,
two different things, though. That's
woo, woo.
not what an enlistment
Also, I
is.
just want to be very
You're being a
clear
bad faith
that the
actor
Department
right
of
now.
Defense is actually down in employment, so that's
You're
funny.
not you don't know what you're talking about. The
Oh,
difference between
sure,
an
Pookie, I'm
enlistment
sure I
and
don't.
having no, you're talking
Yeah.
about two different things. So when you talk
Yeah.
about enlistment, it's for only enlisted personnel. Officers are not enlisted personnel. It's
Officers aren't
completely
included
different.
when they're talking about that their overall enlistment are up. Like, that's interesting. I think
No, they're
officers would
not.
be
That's not
surprised
how
to know
enlistment works.
that
You
they're not
don't
included
understand
in
what you're
those
talking
numbers.
about.
Okay, so
You
let's
don't know
see.
what you're talking about
Are
right now. It is a
officers
completely different statistic.
included in enlistment statistics?
No, because officers aren't enlisted. Are you not listening? You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just saying you're talking over me and
Let's
ignoring me and being
see.
condescending. Officers are different from enlisted.
I'm aware that officers are a different rank. They start with O, just like all of your enlistment ranks start with E.
Jesus H. Christ. So then you would know that enlistment numbers are different than officers' numbers. It's a completely different statistic. We've had more people enlist in the military in 2025
Beat
under
enlistment recruiting goals by a
numbers.
single person last year. Wow. Interesting. They didn't do very well with
If
the
you're not going to listen to
Marines.
me talk, you can
The
just hang up
Navy
the phone
didn't
now.
do. You can hang up
If you're
whenever
just
you
going to
want,
talk over me
Pookie.
and be condescending and
Okay,
rude,
well,
you
just
can
hang
hang
up.
up
You
the
don't know
phone.
what condescension is.
You're being condescending right
You don't
now,
know what
though.
a
That's the problem.
condescension is. You've made that quite obvious that you don't. So if you want to hang up, you're welcome to. Yes. Condescension. Sorry, you can't listen. Do da da. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Da 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 da. La di da. Like, I'm sorry, he just doesn't get it. So here we go. This actually, I am right on this one. Wow. Oops, I meant to do it this way. But listen, if you actually go to the recruiting, guess what? Officers are included in their enlistment totals. I just want to let you know that I went to recruiting.army.mil and officers are absolutely listed in their recruitment totals. So, gotcha. Silly little dum-dum. Oh, by the way, sorry, I only had that on one screen. It's right there. Good job, though. Gotta love how that works out for them. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
28.
28. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Yeah, a lot of different things, but I'll probably say the two kind of areas that we can maybe discuss on is international like approaches to, global affairs, things like that, and then just the approach to the presidency like itself. Like, I think it's been
Are
approached
approachments
kinda in a-
achievements? I'm just curious.
Yes, because the approaches have produced change and improvements to and affecting our country, citizens, and the globe actually too. So,
Okay.
such as if I approach hey, I approached this thing with
So if I
not
approach
thinking about.
someone at the grocery store and I say hi and they don't reciprocate it, does that mean I've achieved something?
So if I explain, I'll be able to kind of just 5 seconds explanation.
No, I
So
mean
for
I would
example,
just like a answer to the question.
well, that's kind of not in line with what I was talking about.
It's not
So that's why
Arizona, guys. It's Celsius because I left my water at work.
yeah. So basically, the way that I approach, let's say there's
Oh, you
a
know what?
war
You
going on.
approached me by calling me and I answered the phone. So does that mean you've achieved something?
Yeah, I got you to pick up the phone and answer me, but
You
that's
got me
not
to
quite
pick
what
up
I'm
the
going
phone.
for.
Actually, it's just luck of the draw.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, I achieved something. I'm on a YouTube thing, and I achieved something that other people haven't, right? So that's kind of what it's all about in life, right? You get a job. I achieved something. I took a different approach. I did my resume. I went to school when other people didn't, right? So that's a different approach. That's looking at something
That's a different way
differently,
to take achievement. That's cool.
Like there's many landscaping companies. One may be better because they approach it marketing this way or this way. So in the same way, I've seen a lot of international approaches that he's taken that's kind of
Like
made it
what?
different. Yeah. So for example, let's get things stirred up and started. I really appreciate tariffs.
You
I
appreciate tariffs. Okay.
I
May I
do.
ask?
Yep.
So the United States has a 15% tariff on a country like France. Who is paying that 15% tariff to the United States government?
You said if the U.S. has 15% tariff on France, who's paying that tariff?
To the United States government. Who's paying that 15% to the United States government?
Well, it all depends, right? If it's import or export, right? And it depends on the product, and also depends
Are
on
tariffs on when a country
necessity.
places a tariff on another country, is it on imports or exports?
Well, it depends because Trump has done both, right? So for tariffs
You're
on,
awesome.
well, most of them are for imports, right? So he's talking about France sending wines, here and things like that. But basically, yeah. So imports, I would say,
No,
is the
no, no.
most part.
I
There are
just I
times,
just want to help you out with something here. Okay. So another country placing a tariff on the United States would be on United States exports, right? If we're placing a tariff on another country, it's an import tariff.
yeah, that's what, yeah,
Yeah.
so I said.
No, that's not what you said. Okay.
Okay.
So again, we have a 15% tariff on a country like France. Who is
Yep.
paying that 15% tariff to the United States government?
Again, it will depend. So it could either
It depends.
be the business.
So can you give an
Yes.
answer?
So yeah. So it's either the business, the
What
country
business?
of, yeah. So let's say,
Saying the
let's make
business
something
is
up. Name a
vague because
business.
there's at
Yeah.
least two
Yeah.
businesses involved with an import
Okay.
export. So
So
which
let's say
business?
wine for France. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say wine for France because that's the last thing I've heard recently, right? Wine from France. People from America want to buy the wine, right? They may have better, grapes or whatever. So it's either two things happen, right? Because as a business owner myself, supply, demand, but there's a point where supply,
You're
demand, and price
awesome.
point, if I go to the store and I see this France wine and it's kind of, okay, so maybe $5 more, $15 more, but the quality, you can say organic, cool. But once it gets to, $30 more, I'm not going to buy that product. So what do businesses do and what have they done? They've eaten at least a portion of it, or their government, which our government does for dairy farmers, they subsidize it, right? So instead of their economy hitting a plunge because they've lost all their money, such as I think he was talking on his speech today about, was it Switzerland with their watches? And their government decided that they were going to subsidize it because most of their money comes from that industry, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars a year. So for them, getting a tariff their country will take that hit so that people will still be able to afford Rolexes, because if Rolex goes up too high, then I'll just go to get, I'm gonna try a different product, just like we all do on Amazon. Like, hey, I like using whatever, but as soon as something cheaper, if it's too expensive, then I can't buy it. Right?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
No, you said a lot of words to say nothing. So let me be very clear. So when I'm
I really
asking
don't
people,
expect it.
there's literally only one correct answer. In the way that I frame this question, and I do this very specifically, and even then, you're nowhere close to the truth, right? So when it comes to the United States having a 15% import tax on another
Yep.
country, right?
Yep.
When that item is imported into the United States of America, it is always
Yep.
the American importer that is responsible for paying that 15% to the United States government. Now, the only way that another country, or let's say the manufacturer of that good in France, can offset that is by lowering their selling point price, right? That would be
And that's
an
what they've done.
offset. That's not actually what they've done. Hi, we've actually had research done on this, and then I've had it up on the screen this entire time that you were yapping. But what we've found is that the US importers and consumers in the United States bear 96% of the tariff burden. So 96% of that estimated 200 to 275 billion dollars has been chucked off to the American people. Would you like to know how much that means the American people have paid? We'll just do the median number, which would be about
So
$235 billion. I need a couple more zeros here. And if we do times
as you're calculating,
0.96, that would still be, if I just did 230, I just want to put that up here actually. 235, just so you know, $235 billion. And we do 96% of that. That's still 225.6 billion dollars that has been on the responsibility of the United States populace.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when it comes
So
to
why do you really like
tariffs,
tariffs when you're celebrating the fact that the United States companies and American consumers, and just to be clear, it's not just the United States companies, right? Because it's American importers, because Donald Trump
Yeah.
got rid of the de
I can
minimis
answer that question.
the de minimis clause that exempted any item valued less than $800 from a tariff. So now every single item, whether it's valued at a singular dollar, is subject to a tariff. Right? So it's everybody.
I
If you
can
buy
answer
a
that
single
question for you.
thing, yeah, why are you celebrating that $225
I
billion dollars of the tariff revenue is coming directly from the American people?
I can answer that really, really easily because
Sure, why are you celebrating it?
yes, I would like to make one point and then I will explain, and it'll be 5-second point. So talking about all the tariffs and the mechanisms, there are a lot of variables, a lot of economics behind
Your 5
that, which
seconds
we
are
can
up.
Yep, which we can get into, but that's not
Your
why.
next 5 seconds
Like,
are up. I'm sorry, don't
you're
put
great.
yourself on a time
You're-
limit, and then I'm not going to
You're
call
right.
you
You're
out
right.
for it.
My bad. I forgot. I went to public school. My bad. All right, here we go. So
I also went to public school. What? That's a weird statement. I've never had somebody just been like, "My bad, I went to public school." Like, I think most people go to public
school
school,
is
and I
great.
think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I guess I gotta watch everything that I say, huh? No,
No, it's just a
humor,
weird
no humor on
comment.
this live stream. No, it's all right. No humor. I will go no humor. I think that will be great. Okay, so in terms of tariffs, I was not talking about any of those situations, and we can go over all those things because I still kind of disagree with you, but it's okay.
You're
That's
going to
not the fact.
disagree with studies
Even-
and statistics that even the
even with that-
taxfoundation.org, which is right-leaning organization also finds that the majority of tariffs are passed on to the United States consumers, and they've been
I'm not
reporting on
talking
that
about
same
that part.
statistic
I'm not
since
talking about that part.
2018.
I'm not talking
You
about
also have
that
the
part,
Tax
though.
Policy Center that has also proven beyond a shadow of doubt as well, which is also a right-leaning institute,
Okay.
that again,
So let's
tariffs get
get
passed
to
on to the
why.
United States consumers, and that was before we did away with the de minimis rule, right? And to be very clear, like when I quoted the Kiel Institute, they are considered
Yeah.
center and highly factual.
Okay. So the reason why I love tariffs. Here we go. Now we get to kind of back to where I was saying. Why I
I
love
just want to
tariffs
know
is
why
that
you're celebrating, because you said you love them so much. Why are you celebrating the
yeah,
negative
I'm gonna
impact that
say
is
it
being
right
passed
now.
on to the
I
United
promise I'm gonna
States
say it right
consumers and
now.
companies?
Gotcha. Here we go. Despite the number, right? Remember you just did that calculated. Despite any number, let's say it were to be true, like you say it is. Cool, awesome. The numbers, websites, gotcha. The approach and the ability to have a tool through which you are able to reshape the game board from once now we're playing, we're playing checkers. Now I'm able to play chess because of tariffs. Being able to see how he's able to maneuver the game board, redefine relationships, push back against enemies, and refocus relationships with allies to truly look at, hey, America is the greatest country in the world. Why are things not great? Why are we effectively have deficits all over the place, subsidizing all these different things in so many other people's business, Africa, every continent in the world, wasting money, wasting resources,
Mm-hmm.
and not focus on an actual real planted approach, which are who? Us, we the people.
Oh, okay.
And so effectively seeing how he's been able to maneuver these tariffs in a unique way, in a way that makes people upset one day, the next day, people are happy, stock market's up, next day, stock market's down, he's like, wait, just be patient, here we go, all right, another deal. Start, back to this.
Have you ever noticed the trend with the stock market that when he announces tariffs, it drops? When he pulls them back, it goes up? That's blatant market manipulation.
And it goes higher than before. But
yeah, after he, just so you know, like the anytime somebody brings up like the stock market, I do find it a little bit laughable to begin with, because just so everybody knows, every single president, well, not every single, but the majority of presidents, as we noted in the 21st century, has always had a record high stock market because it just continues to go up, 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 up after a certain point. So it's not that much of a flex.
So
thanks for the
cool.
raid.
Let's push that aside.
Thank you, Aslan.
Awesome. Let's push that aside. No stock market. Cool. Wars, international approach.
I'm still on tariffs.
NATO 5%. So all of that has been done because of tariffs. That's literally been an approach. He's literally gone on social media, which is another crazy thing, like being able to communicate not over the phone, but actually let's put this out to the whole world, so the whole world knows that, hey, I'm negotiating with Canada on the world stage.
How about those 90 deals in 90 days that he announced in April? Did those all happen?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
He said 90 deals in 90 days in April. Did that happen?
90 bills in 90 days.
90 deals in 90 days
90 deals.
on Liberation Days. Does everybody remember Liberation Day in April?
Yeah,
Liberation Day, April
Beautiful.
2025. Did those 90 deals happen?
Beautiful approach, right? Yes, beautiful approach.
Did
right?
the 90 deals
Is that what you're
happen?
saying?
I'm asking you a
90
question.
deals.
Oh my God. Yeah. Did the 90 deals happen?
The outcome happened.
No.
The
That's
90
not the.
deals-
I like this. They can never answer a direct question. Did the 90 deals in 90 days happen? Yes or
I
no?
didn't count. I did not count. Can you look that up for me real quick?
I don't have to, because I'm sorry. Like,
do
you
you
remember,
know?
you remember how long ago April was, right? Like, I don't have to look this up. I know.
I mean, but you're asking me.
He got
I mean,
three.
I wish
He
I
got
was
three. He got
ChatGPT.
3 deals done, and that's a maybe
Okay.
because they weren't even set in stone. Nothing was signed. There were no signed trade agreements within that 90
guess what
days.
happened,
But we
though?
definitely didn't
Now
get
those
90
people-
deals. No, what happened was Donald Trump tacoed on his
All those people
fucking
got
tariffs.
All those people got tariffs, and the military got a check. No, that was beautiful.
Yes, the military got a check that was supposed to be going to actually subsidizing the housing for the military, rebuilding the housing for the military, refurbishing the housing for the military. But now none of that happens for our military personnel because they got 1776 checks in December, which again was all approved in HR 1, the one big beautiful bill, and it was supposed to go to refurbishing military housing. And now they get to live with even more outdated equipment that's already outdated in the housing that military stays in currently. And it's also taxable, right? Because that income now gets taxed. Because it's now income.
I'm pretty sure.
I like how we go from tariffs to the military to the 1776. He also tried to bring up something else that I'm like kind of like your diversion is crazy. Your diversion is crazy here. Anyway, so you have still failed to. I just want to be very clear. I asked you a very clear cut question. I asked you very clearly, why are you celebrating the United States? No, you didn't. You went on this weird tangent about we're subsidizing other countries. How much money do other countries owe us?
I said
how much countries how much money do other countries owe us?
You keep asking me these questions like I'm ChatGPT, but the original question was,
wait, no, you said we're subsidizing them. So how much money did the United States of America send to other countries? How much money did the United States of America send to other countries that we then subsidize all of their manufacturing, their fucking Rolexes, as you went down a weird tangent on earlier? Like, how much did we send them?
Tariffs. I don't know because I'm not ChatGPT, but I would love to know what it is.
They don't owe us money.
So are they paying their bills? Is that what's going on? They don't owe us money because
where's the proof that? Can you let's try this. Can you show me proof that other countries were not paying their bills?
Say it one more time. Why other countries
show
are
me
not?
No, I didn't say not. I technically did. I want you to show me proof where other countries were not paying their bills.
Well, you got NATO 2%. They didn't pay 2%. Now they're paying 5%.
Where does that 2% go to? What does that 2% mean? What does that 5% mean?
Isn't it GDP?
No, based off of GDP, correct. But what does that mean? Where does it go?
Shouldn't it go to the pot of NATO, which we all?
That's not what that is. Nope. Well,
teach me.
That's not what that is.
Please teach me.
Oh, are you actually willing to learn? Because you were willing to learn about tariffs and you still don't understand tariffs. So.
No.
Hey, Bayou.
Me talking about tariffs was talking about approach that he created this new tool that's now able to.
It's not new. Are you kidding me? Tariffs are not new.
A new approach to using them on this.
Oh, you mean illegally? Got it. Yeah. Different. Anyway, so that 5. Yeah, it is. Are you not? What are the first 3 articles of the United States Constitution?
Say it one more.
What are the first 3 articles of the United States Constitution?
First 3 articles of the United States Constitution.
Oh, actually, I have a better question. Do you believe in free trade?
Yep. Free trade.
Yeah.
I love the conversation about free trade because there's a
That's not the question that I asked you. This is why do we have to go down like this tangent of I need to answer a simple question?
No, but it's like believe. Like does it exist? Do I like it? Like kind of be more direct with your question. Like do you believe? Like
I didn't know that was an indirect question. Okay, let me narrow down. Let me narrow down my question for you. Okay?
Because I don't want anyone to not.
Do you believe that a free trade market should exist?
Yes.
Awesome. Then you shouldn't like tariffs because tariffs are inherently against free trade. That's literally within the name.
So I want.
Anyway, so that 5% of NATO, I'm sorry, that is it's not running. That is a statement of facts.
Wait,
Sorry.
wait, wait. Why
I'm
are
sorry.
you
It is
running
a
from that?
statement of fact. I'm sorry. Wait, we're running away from facts now?
Yeah, no, you
Oh.
didn't run.
Oh,
You
okay.
you didn't let me
We're running away
respond to
from,
what you
oh my
said.
God,
So we
shushies,
like go
shushies,
back and
shushies,
forth.
shushies, shushies. Hold on.
It sounds like you're
No, hold
running
on, hold on,
away.
hold on. Thank you, Kat, so much. Thank you, Kat,
You
so
are
much
really
for the
good.
shuttle. No, dude, I'm literally thanking somebody. You can hold on to your horses. Thank you, Kat, so much for the shuttle. I've never received one. That was so cool. Thank you so much. Can we get huge, huge, huge? You guys don't know. All I want to say all in all the chats, please. WCAT, KAT in the chat. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate that so much. Okay. Anyways, so free trade would actually inherently mean that there are no tariffs.
But sorry, 1 second. I was just listening to you respond to the person. That was nice. Go ahead. Hello?
So the 5% for NATO, I'm sorry, I'm done repeating myself. I've said it like so many times. The 5% for NATO, what that means, right? The
Yeah.
5% for NATO. So that means the countries are responsible for spending 5% of their own GDP on their personal military defense force.
Own personal meaning what?
Their
Meaning
own
that,
country's defense force.
so when so let's say someone, something drops in Poland from Russia, that they are supposed to be using that. So how do they know that someone has 5 who's spending the 2% or 5%? I thought that they were like collected it, because I thought they gave billions of dollars.
No, even then,
Am I
that's still
mistaken?
not correct. Even then, that inherent misunderstanding is still not correct. Oh my goodness. People don't understand even what the collective fund is, and it's not billions of dollars, sir, because even that
No, I
percentage
didn't
isn't
mean
even
say.
based off of the GDP. It's actually based off of the overall amount that they want to fund NATO with. The overall amount that's funded into NATO, right? And by the way, Germany pays the exact same amount into the NATO collective fund that the United States does. The updated totals
Germany
for 20,
but
yeah,
there's
I'm
but
literally
but there
still
are
talking. You
countries.
can wait for a
Yes,
second. Cool, because you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I
And I
am
already know
understanding what you're
because you're,
saying.
okay, what am I talking about right now?
So you're
What's the
talking about
difference
something
between the
different from the
collective
point
fund
where
and the
you
defense
said
spending?
yes. You
What is the
said
difference between the collective fund and the defense spending?
I would love to answer you. You said, are there people who aren't paying their bills? How do you know? I said
That's not
because of
even what,
NATO.
no, I'm sorry. What
That
question
was
did
the
I just
original
ask you?
thing.
What question
Oh,
did
so
I
we
just
moved
ask
on?
you?
My bad. I didn't know that you ran away from that one too. Okay, cool.
This
Yes,
isn't running away.
defense
You just have
spending.
an inherent
Defense spending now.
misunderstanding of anything that's being said.
No, I'm not. You don't give me a chance to respond, but I do. But I am enjoying this conversation because I'm
You were
learning
given
what
a
you
chance to
believe.
respond to a direct question. I asked you a direct question. What is the difference between the collective fund and the defense spending fund?
The collective fund and defense
What
spending
is
fund.
the difference?
So
Unfortunately,
collective
most
fund, by,
MAGA
in
voters seem to
nature,
conflate the two.
well, by nature of the term, I would imagine that collective means is something that everyone is able to use. So, like for the NATO, military and army and things like that.
NATO doesn't
versus-
have a military. NATO doesn't have an army. Individual countries have a military.
I know that, and then once they come
Then why the
together,
heck
they
would you say?
create the NATO
Why the heck
military,
would
like
you
in the
say
Korean
NATO
War.
military?
Because it's kind of understood, or I would think
No,
it would
it's
be
not.
understood.
It's not. There's
Cool.
sorry. It's just definitely not.
So I'm thinking about any event because this is when this thing goes into effect. So I'm talking in those terms, okay? So defense spending, like you just said, would be that individual country versus collective. Is that the answer? Did I get it
Nope,
right,
you're still
teacher?
wrong.
Okay, cool.
See,
Tariffs.
if you had, oh,
Are
okay.
great.
Yeah, okay. Got it. So now,
'Cause tariffs are
yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing,
Yeah.
right? Because I said tariffs are great. That was
Yeah.
number one, which we all love.
Mhm.
Because now
Nope,
everyone
not
is
everybody
doing
loves tariffs. Are you familiar with the
exactly-
Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act?
Now everyone is doing exactly.
Are you familiar
what
with the
they
Smoot-Hawley
want.
Tariff Act? tariff. Sorry.
Everyone is
Are
doing exactly
you
what we want
familiar
them to
with
do.
the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act?
Smoot-Hawley. No, but beautiful name. Go ahead and explain it for me.
Yeah, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act, where blanket tariffs placed on foreign countries on imports coming out of them into the United States of America, and was one of the number one drivers that led us into a recession. Literally the
A
Great
recession should
Depression,
be
as
led
people know.
by just
And
a
almost
recession should be
every
led by
single
just an
time that
act
we've
of
had
God.
an idea of blanket tariffs initiated by the United States of America, we've started to go into a slide of recession until those tariffs have been pulled back. And this is historically, right? This goes all the way back, like even going back to the scare in 1865, where they had an economic scare for the United States of America, was because of the suggestion, the implementation, the original implementation of blanket tariffs being placed on other countries instead of on specific products coming out of those countries. Every time that we've had massive tariffs introduced, we've led into a recession. Even if we've managed to pull back after the tariffs were dropped, which again, let's be very clear, there's a reason why the stock market came up with taco for Trump.
Do you agree that a recession can occur outside of just because, a tariff will cause a recession, that there's other factors and that they've happened?
Oh, absolutely.
like,
I'm not dumb to that. Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
guys, I
So
forgot to say something.
that
Hold
doesn't
on,
mean
real
anything.
quick. Hold on, real quick. Guys, I forgot to say something. And this is kind of a joke, okay, but hey, we'll find out. Guys, if you guys want to help me fund a rage room, please send to the Venmo Cash App, because after listening to Donald Trump's speech today, we've decided that Ari needs to go to a rage room, and there is one locally. So if you guys want to help me out with that,
You don't need a
all the
rage room.
yeah, Cash App, Venmo, and bio.
Rage room wouldn't fix it.
It's not about. Oh my god. I'm just pointing it out there. This was one of my moderator suggestion. So I want to thank Yami / Yoshi for that one.
You should come to church with me. You should come to church with me and my family.
Hail
It
Satan.
will fix everything. It will fix everything.
Hail Satan.
Who's that? Oh, the guy who got kicked out of heaven, the loser. That guy.
Okay. Hey, you are. I just want to be clear. You are religious.
Oh, absolutely. Well, no, I wouldn't say religious. I believe in Jesus Christ. He's the Lord and Savior.
You go to church. Do you read the Bible?
Absolutely.
You do. Can we get some 666 in the chat anyway? And anyway, so are you for the deportation efforts of ICE right now?
Am I for the deportation efforts?
Yeah.
I'm for law. And
That's
it's illegal for
okay.
people to be here.
Why is it
So they have to
so
do their
difficult
job.
for somebody to answer a question, a literal direct question?
Because, like,
Do you
okay,
support the deportation
ask you a
efforts
question.
as it is actually being done and performed by ICE? Yes or no?
I can't answer that directly, and there's a reason.
Okay.
Why?
Are you
Because
familiar with the biblical
the
verses when it comes to
institution-
immigration? What does the Bible say about immigration and sojourners?
What does the Bible say about
Immigration
and
/
sojourners?
sojourners.
Well, there's things that overrule other things, right?
Oh,
So
there are
again,
things.
the
What does
biggest thing-
Jesus say about immigration and the sojourner? What does
I'm about
Jesus
to
say
tell
about it?
you.
What does Jesus say about that,
about
guest?
to-
And then tell me
So-
what specifically overrides it, please. What
Yo, cool, I
overrides? What overrides? Do unto others as they do unto you, or as you would want done unto you. Welcome thy neighbors. What overrides Jesus'
I'm gonna tell you.
words about welcoming? What overrides that? What overrides it?
Yeah.
Have
So
you ever
what
read the
overrides it?
Bible?
Okay.
Have you
What
ever read the
overrides-
Bible?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Many
Oh,
times.
okay. Yeah,
What
I'm sure you
overrides
have.
certain things.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what overrides certain
Here we
things
go. I
is
actually,
that-
let me pull up the full Matthew verse because I do love this 35 to 40. I want to read the full thing.
Cool. I gotta read in the Bible chat. W's in the chat.
Sir,
W's in
I've
the
read
chat.
the Bible. This is
777
nothing
in the
new.
chat.
This is literally nothing new.
777
I've
in the
actually read the
chat.
Bible, unlike
I'm
you.
glad.
Cool. Let me try reading this for you, okay? For I was hungry and
Okay.
you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to
Yep.
drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you
That's
came
my
to
God.
visit me.
Yep.
Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a
Yep.
stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?
Yep.
The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Would you like to know what happened afterwards? Because let me go all the way to the next statement. So, do you agree with these words that I just read to you that your Lord Jesus Christ said?
Absolutely. They are beautiful,
Absolutely.
and they.
Fantastic. And I
Yes.
wonder, so let's read this last one again, okay? This is line 40.
And
All
so
right.
in that,
The king will
I can.
reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did
Yep.
for me. And then he will say
Yep.
to those on his left, depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty and you
Yep.
gave me nothing to drink. I was
Yep.
a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison,
Yep.
and you did not look after me. They will also answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. Then they will go away to eternal punishment but the righteous to eternal life. Congratulations, sir. You have sinned. You are going against your Lord and Savior
No.
Jesus Christ. And based off of this
No.
biblical verse, sir, I condemn you to eternal punishment in hell. I'm just saying. Y'all are you are a Republican Christian.
Awesome.
That's the fuck what you are. Republican Christianity. You believe in the Republican Jesus. That's what it is. You don't actually believe in Jesus of the Bible. You believe in Republican Jesus. I should do what Zeus does and says, warm up the lake of fire. I'm not that good at Zeus. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well. How old are you?
I am 25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am, but I would like to talk to you actually. Are you okay with talking about the Bible and what you were just talking about, ma'am?
If you hold on a second.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right, guys, if you are new here and you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. The best way to actually show support is to send gifts, memberships, super chats, super fans, subscriptions, or bits. All of these things are available to you. It's the best way to help support me and continue to run the show. I will get to all of the super chats closer towards the end of the live. More than likely, I'll try to read them somewhat between the calls, but the calls keep coming, so I got to keep having these conversations. So sorry about that. What do you have against immigrants and going against the biblical verse and the words of Jesus?
Okay, so my first thing is, first of all, what you were just talking about in Matthew specifically, Jesus says to love your neighbors as yourself, and it is Jews and Gentiles and everybody in the world, correct? That's what he says.
Yes, it's not limited to any single person or the proximity of that person to you.
Exactly, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So I still love these people, don't get me wrong. But I do not agree with them coming in illegally to this country when they can come in legally.
Okay, so what's the part where it says I was a stranger and you invited me in?
I was a stranger and you invited me in.
Yeah.
That is to the religion that is not to enter the country.
Oh, it's on to the religion. So we'll just read this again, right? So then the righteous will answer him, and we'll just skip to that next part. When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Can you tell me where it limits it to just people that came into the United States of America legally?
Okay, it does not. And first of all,
why are you
so
adding words to the biblical verse of the Bible? Wouldn't that be blasphemy, sir?
Who is Jesus talking to?
It was a Sermon on the Hill,
specifically?
sir. Everybody.
Exactly.
But do you think that these words do not apply to all persons, regardless of whether they were existent in the time of Christ or after the time of Christ?
No. It 100% does. But
It
I'm just saying that,
100% does.
yeah,
Ray, it's NIV.
yes.
Okay,
And I'm just
perfect. So
saying that
we'll try this
okay.
again. So again, the righteous will answer him, when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. And then when he turned and tell them, depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devils and his angels. For I was a stranger and you did not invite me, and I needed clothes and you did not clothe me. And they will also answer the Lord, Lord, when did we see you a stranger and or needing clothes? And he will reply, truly, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. So please tell me how this justifies the horrible treatment that a lot of migrants are facing under the deportation efforts of the Donald Trump administration. And how do you square that with your religion?
Yes, ma'am. So again, I do not believe in the mistreatment of these people. I believe that they should come into this country legally, though.
Sure. Where does it say that it's required that you come into a country legally through proper channels in the biblical Bible?
Now we're going into politics. We were just talking about biblically, and I told you that he was talking to people that were in Israel at the time. These people were
so, and
refugees
you've already
actually from
agreed that this
Ethiopia.
isn't limited to Israelites.
Yes, I did.
You've already
yes.
agreed with that. So
But
again,
Jesus
and you've already agreed that this applies and transcends through time, that it applies to everybody, including now, and not just that time.
Yes. Okay. Now, may I say something real quick? My family and I personally, we have helped specifically Syrian refugees that just came from Lebanon, where Hezbollah have been destroying the whole government there.
Gold star. Good for you.
Listen. They came in legally. We specifically helped them in legally.
Okay. Again, where does this biblical verse discriminate against legally / unauthorized immigration? Where does it discriminate to that?
I'm not discriminating against
I'm not
them.
saying you are. I'm asking you, where does this biblical verse discriminate or offer a distinction between the two?
Ma'am, this is into the religion.
Where does this
not
biblical
into the
verse
country.
offer a where does the biblical verse distinguish between the two?
You're not answering what I'm saying. This is into the
Where
country,
does
not the religion.
right? Where does the biblical verse distinguish between the two? Let me try this. Would you, if you, let's try this. If Anne Frank came into the country through a non-port of entry, would you deport her?
No, I would try to help her to come legally.
But would you deport her so she could come back through the proper channels, because she already entered into the country illegally, sir?
Yes, I would.
So you would deport her?
Yes, but you can still help.
You would deport Jesus fucking Christ, my guy. You would
not.
literally you would deport Jesus fucking Christ coming into the United States of America through a non-port of entry. You would deport him and then say, come back in the right way.
I would not.
You just said you would do it to Anne Frank. You just said you would do it to Anne Frank. Anne Frank being the least of those among you. Sir, again, let me be very clear. What Jesus said very clearly. Truly, I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. And whatever you did do to the least of these, you did to me. So meaning that when I'm bringing up Anne Frank, and you are saying that if she came in through the country through a non-port of entry, therefore entering the country unlawfully or through unauthorized, you would deport her and then encourage her to come back the right way, her being one of the least of these, meaning you would do it to Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm trying to.
I'm done. Like, what do you not understand? It's right there. It's in your fucking Bible. God damn. Thank you, Adonis, for the Rage Room 10. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
54. 55, actually.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
For the most part, yeah.
What specifically has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
What in the last 12 months?
Yeah, his first year back in office.
Yeah, I heard you. I would say that he has changed the rules that the Republicans have been playing by and made them closer to what the Democrats use as their rules. And that's what drives everybody crazy. What
And
has
how
he
has he
done?
achieved this specifically?
Well, let's just say the whole idea of America first has been
Oh, you mean Argentina
Oh,
first, Venezuela first, Greenland first, but not America first?
and how has he not done America first?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think
I'm
it's
gonna
America
throw it
first
back at you.
do you think it's America first to not send out SNAP benefits that were legal SNAP benefits to 42 million American citizens?
He didn't do that.
He
Your Democrats did that.
Oh, no,
Your
I'm so sorry.
Democrats are
Do you know what a contingency fund is?
He
What is a
did do that
contingency
for
fund?
the-
Do you know what a
he did
contingency
that
fund? So
for
sorry.
the-
What
he
is a
did
contingency fund?
A contingency fund is for things that are outside of our control. Now,
Okay. So
before you
did
sit there
Donald
and
Trump,
harp
yes
on
or no?
that,
Did Donald Trump,
before
yes or
you
no?
harp
Did
on
Donald
that,
Trump, yes or no?
before
Did
you
Donald
harp
Trump?
on
Okay, you're
that.
just gonna, you know what? Go ahead and crash out, Pookie. Go ahead and just like get it out. Let me know when I can talk. Do, 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 do. Guys, if you're still here and watching and you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button now. If you haven't hit that subscribe or that follow button, hit that now. And if you're watching over on TikTok, let's go ahead and get the likes up to 125,000. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Also on TikTok, this is my backup account. This is not the guest. Mm-hmm. Do 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 da do da do da. Oh wait, that's an interesting claim. That's an interesting
Whatever
claim.
the
I'm so sorry. Are you
Democrat
saying that the
time,
Department of Health and Human Services contingency fund, right, and USDA was like the contingency funds for those two departments that was used to pay the United States military armed forces?
yes,
No, sir.
I am.
It was paid
Yes.
out of the Department of Defense research and development budget from the Pentagon. It did not touch the contingency benefits that were in place
Okay.
for SNAP to continue to be paid. Similarly enough, how it was just paid. Like, do you remember when the last government shutdown was prior to 2025?
Yeah.
When was it? You could just give a
It
year
was,
or what presidency it was under.
there was one that President Trump did when he was in his office the first time
The
around.
first time,
But I'm
correct.
pretty
And that
sure
lasted 35
but I'm
days.
pretty
That
sure-
lasted 35 days. It went from December 1st
Yeah.
through the very beginning of January. And funny enough, and this is very interesting. SNAP
Okay.
was continued to be funded during his last government shutdown out of the contingency funds, which is directly appropriated by Congress, as is their duty, written out in Article 1 of the United States Constitution, right?
Sure. And your point?
Awesome. Donald Trump refused lawful judicial orders ordering him to pay out SNAP benefits for the month of October and issue in November, but also issue back pay, which he directly ignored. So, sir, how is it America first to not use congressionally approved contingency funds that are written into law to be paid out in these exact situations for 42 million American citizens?
Okay. First of all, are you sure it was 42 million American citizens?
Yes, it's 42 million American
No,
citizens
it
are on
wasn't.
SNAP.
It was not. Because SNAP went up during Joe Biden's time, SNAP went up over 300%. It was 11 million Americans, and it went to 42.
Where are the numbers? Where are the numbers that it's that they're what like who was on SNAP out of that 42 million that is not a U.S. citizen?
Illegal aliens. Aliens.
I'm going to point you. Okay, y'all are so like no one does any fucking research, and y'all kill me with this shit. Okay, have you ever heard of the Personal Responsibility Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996? PRWORA for short.
But let's look it up.
Okay. Yeah, you should look it up. All right.
What's
so the
name of
PR, yeah, I already did. Were you not listening?
Okay. Show me then.
Okay.
Come on.
The Personal Responsibility Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act of 1996 expressly prohibits the use or the reimbursement to states for any state money that is paid to unauthorized immigrants being reimbursed by the federal government. Literally, unauthorized illegal aliens are not eligible to receive any money from the federal government. It's written into law. It's been a law since before 1996, but specifically, it was written into law in 1996 that states, if they choose to use their own state money, I'm still talking. I'm literally still talking. Okay. If states choose to use their own money, in order to fund these programs, that they can get $0 in federal reimbursements for these programs. So, oh my fucking God, again, 42 million American citizens were denied SNAP EBT benefits under the Donald Trump administration in October and November of 2025. And I would love to know, for fuck's sake, how on earth that is fucking America first. You don't want an answer? Then I will just move on. It's not fucking hard. I just want to know how denying benefits to United States citizens is America first. Please. Expressly tell me that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How old are you?
I am 14 years old.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk to you. TikTok terms of service, you have to be 18 at minimum to be on the live. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Too bad. She sounded really nice too.
Yes,
how old are you?
My name's Jordan, but real quick.
How old are you?
I just know something. I just want.
God, Lee, people can't answer questions. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
If I may ask a question,
how old are you?
I recently turned 18.
Date of birth, go.
April 1st, 2000.
Took too long. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
19.
19. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I wouldn't really directly take support, but I mean, I do find some of his actions viable and directly.
Okay, well, if you're not really supporting him, then I'm going to move on. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
You brought up an argument earlier about not letting people.
Dude, you think I don't recognize your number? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm there.
Hi, how old are you?
41.
41. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, but I have.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
What specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
With the help of his staff, he made the military great again.
When was our military not great?
During Biden's presidency.
On what metric are you measuring that by?
The strength of the military, the recruitment numbers of the military.
Recruitment was up by like I literally just looked this up with my first caller. Military recruitment was up 12% from 2023 to 2024, outpacing the amounts that they even expected or projected to have. So that's not true. So when was the military not great?
Do you know why that is, though? That was because all the branches of military had a $50,000 signing bonus. You know why?
Oh,
Because
they
there
had
was
a
military recruitment crisis.
$50,000 sign. Okay, where can I find proof of this $50,000 sign-on bonus?
It was on the U.S. Army website
Military
back in 2021.
sign-on bonus. I'm sorry, 2021. I talked about
$50,000 bonus.
2024.
Yeah, that was the end of the presidency. But the military was still not as strong as it is today, now with Trump in office. Why? Because Trump also improved the fitness standards of the military, which is a plus.
Enlisting in
He
certain
improved
jobs.
the focus of the
Still
military.
not seeing where this started. Can you tell me when this started and how it went through? Like,
When what started?
sorry, okay. See, people get this really confused. Here's the great part. It's not an actual bonus, right? So this was something where they increased, like, because Joe Biden did well. He increased the base pay for those becoming newly enlisted. Like, he did the largest increase in base pay. You should try not reading ChatGPT because it pulls from Reddit. Literally, my first response, like my first one, is fucking Reddit for the source. Not even military or .com or GoArmy or the Army.mil or the USAF. Like, none of this stuff is actually the direct source. It fucking is Reddit, for fuck's sake. I'm so tired of goddamn Reddit trolls. Get off of Reddit. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
45.
45. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
As far as his immigration policies and what he's done so far, yes, in the sense that he's doing decent, but not enough.
So you want to see more immigration / deportation, I mean.
Yes.
You want to see less immigration, more deportation. That's how I should have phrased it.
So my grandfather came over here from Sicily after World War II, after fighting for Mussolini, who was a communist socialist leader.
I don't care about your anecdote. Can we talk about now?
With that being said,
Are
as
you
far as
capable?
what has gone on now,
I can't. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I sure am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I happen to be listening to your podcast. I guess that's what it is.
Can you turn down the stream in the background?
All right, there you go. I did that, yes.
Perfect.
I'm trying to get to the... Anyhow, I do support Donald Trump.
So what
and
specifically has Donald... Sorry, how old are you?
My age is 82 years old.
82,
So I have a little experience in life.
Okay.
And I don't know what you've been looking at as far as economics. Have you looked at the stock market lately?
The stock market is not an indicator of our economic performance, just so you're aware.
It isn't?
No, even Donald Trump himself, I just want to be clear, guys, Donald Trump himself said that the stock market is not a good indicator of our economic performance. So I'm just quoting Donald Trump in his statement when it comes to the stock market. So when it comes to economics, I look at, actual data like our inflation rates, our unemployment data. I look at things like that.
Okay. Has that improved?
No, unemployment is on the rise from when he was first in office. It's still up. Also, CPI is missing a bunch of data points, and I'm sure you've never looked at that.
How come that you can always come up with what happened before, not now? Did
what happened
Mr.
before
Biden
and not now?
President Biden wasn't the what was it, GPA? Wasn't it 9%?
Grade point average?
Tenure?
Grade point average?
Well, okay. Anyhow, I don't know how to explain it to you because You're young, and I'm an old man, and I know when things are going wrong.
So we're
Somebody
taking over
somewhere,
Iceland, right?
huh?
We're taking over Iceland, right?
Are we? Have you listened to what he said?
I did today.
I'm
Yeah,
not coming
I
in there.
listened to
I'm
his
not coming
speech.
in there with guns.
We are taking
What?
over Iceland, though, right?
We're making a deal with them.
Yeah,
Is
we
there
need
something wrong
Iceland.
with
We need
that?
Iceland for our national defense, right?
Yes, ma'am. Well, let me put it this way: what do we need Alaska for then? That's just
Alaska
on
is
the
a state.
other side.
Alaska has been a state since 1959.
Why did we buy it? Let's reverse that over to Greenland. The same purpose. The same identical purpose. It's for our security. We are the only people.
Yeah, and what has Russia and China said when it comes to Greenland? I'm just curious. Do you know?
They didn't like it.
They didn't like it. What do you mean they didn't like it? What does that mean?
Well, how else would you describe it? Please tell me.
No, I'm asking you to elaborate. I don't know what you mean, and so therefore I can't even make an inference
Russia
on
didn't
what
like
you.
it, and China didn't like it.
What do you
They
mean
think
didn't
it was
like
necessary
it?
for Mr. Trump?
No, I'm sorry. What do you mean they didn't like it? Can you expand upon
His
that? Maybe
approach
use
to
different
taking over
language.
Greenland.
They're opposed to us taking over Greenland?
Yes.
When did they say that? And who said that?
When did they say that?
Yeah, when did Russia and China say that?
I believe Mr. Putin said that on one of his interviews. He did not like the United States trying to take over Greenland.
He's opposed. Why are they opposed?
Yeah, he's
Just while I'm
opposed
looking
to
this
it.
up.
I didn't use the terminology.
Yeah. So he's opposed to it. Why did he say he's opposed to it? Just out of curiosity while I am Googling this.
Well, yeah, please do.
No, I'm asking you
Why
why.
is he
Why
opposed to
did
it?
he say it?
Because he wants the control of being able to travel up and down between Greenland and Canada and what have you. He wants to have that open to him, and China the same way. Do you think that they're looking after the United States' best interest?
No. Why does the
China or
BBC
Russia?
have a freaking paywall?
Huh? Why do you use bad language?
Did it
I
hurt
don't
your princess
understand that.
ears?
I do not understand that. You are a very fine, fine lady that I've been watching. Why is it
Thanks for being a
necessary?
fan, but did it hurt your princess ears?
Did it hurt it? Well, my granddaddy always told me if you had to use them words, you weren't very intelligent.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that's
I
your
don't know.
opinion of
Maybe
your
I'm wrong.
granddaddy.
Well, he came over here from Czechoslovakia as a servant, an indentured servant, when he was 12 years old.
What year was
Had
that,
to
out
work
of
for
curiosity?
5 years. Had to work for 5 years
Yeah,
for
that's
this couple that sponsored him with no pay. He got food and some place to stay. That's how he got over. My grandmother was the same way.
This was back in the 1800s?
No. 1911 and 1912 and 14. Sure was. He came from Czechoslovakia. He went
Which
from
part of
there
Czechoslovakia?
over to
The Czech
Australia.
Republic or
I mean,
Slovakia?
Australia. Huh?
Which part of Czechoslovakia? The Czech Republic or Slovakia?
The Czech Republic.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I just thought I'd see.
Austria. He had to go from Czech to Austria and then come to the United States. And they made it. And they raised 6. 2 of them, 6 and 8. 2 of them died. One died drowning and one died in the CC camps.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry
And
to hear
so
that if they died. Sorry.
Hey, I hate to tell you this. We're all facing that. We are all facing that. But that doesn't make any difference. They came over here. They made a life for themselves.
I just want to be clear that Donald Trump is utilizing the same language that Putin is utilizing for their invasion of Ukraine.
What's that?
National security.
Oh,
The
okay.
same language that China is utilizing for why they want to take over Taiwan.
Who do you want to support, China or Russia or
How
the
does
United
this
States? Who do you want to
I'm so
support?
sorry. I'm just giving you an equivalency of Donald Trump's language of saying that we need Greenland for national security, which is the same terminology that Russia is utilizing when it comes to Ukraine and what China is utilizing when it comes to Taiwan, that they need it because it's a threat to their national security to not have it.
Okay. So
How
what do
is
we
that
do in that
saying
case?
that I am supporting them somehow? I am curious on that one.
Well,
I'm just drawing a parallel that individuals are choosing not to see.
again, whose side are you on? Ukraine, Taiwan, or the U.S.?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Like if it's between if it's between Ukraine and Russia, I'm on the side of Ukraine. If it's between Taiwan and China, I'm on the side of fucking China. If it's between the United States and Greenland, I'm on the side of fucking Denmark. Because goddamn, Greenlanders would be stupid to leave their universal healthcare system to get a stupid private system that cost us about $7 trillion in a fucking year.
Excuse me? What was
I'm
that?
so sorry I keep offending your
Obamacare?
little princess
Obamacare.
ears.
I don't
Obamacare is
know.
not
I
universal
thought
health
that
care,
was
sir.
supposed to solve all the
No,
problems.
Obamacare is not universal health care, sir.
It's not? Well, then how come we haven't got universal health care? Has the Democrats
Because of the
been in
Republican
charge?
Party!
The what?
Holy for fuck's sake.
Oh, come on now. Obama was there for 8 years. Did we get universal health care? We got Obamacare. Biden was in there for 4 years. Did we get it then?
Dismantled and put it back.
Okay.
No, sir. Oh my God, no.
What?
And I have an
What?
issue with that. Holy for fuck's sake. I have an
How's
issue with
that?
that. Obamacare was never designed to be universal health care, and I fucking take an issue with that. Out of 33
What was it
industrialized
designed to be?
nations, 32 of
What
them
was
have
it to-
universal health care. The United States is that one that is separate from the rest that hasn't even come up to the idea of universal health care. And don't even fucking give me that the United States couldn't pay for it because God fucking damn it, India has a billion people in their country and they have universal health care in India. China has more people in it than India and they have universal health care in China. But the United States of America, with the highest GDP, with a fraction of the population size, can't afford universal health care. It's ridiculous. We spend so much on a private payer system.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not disagreeing with you, and I don't understand it why not either.
Because of Republicans. The Republican solution is, I'm going to pay you $2,000 so you can pay for 4 months of private insurance premium. That's
I
it.
don't
Just
know
4
about
months
you.
of private. Have you not listened to Donald Trump talk about his health care
in the
plan
heck-
or read about it in the fucking bills that are put out by Congress.gov by the Republicans? That was their suggestion, was giving individual
Where in the
taxpayers
heck-
a
then
singular
where in the heck
check
is the
for
Democrats been?
$2,000
Hey, where has
that
the
would pay for
Democrats
4
been?
months of your health insurance premium.
Hey, where has the Democrats been?
I'm not a Democrat.
Well, we've had the United States here since 1776 or whatever. So sooner or later, there's Democrats, Republican, Democrat. So it was our government that hasn't been able to give it to us. It's the people that we have voted for that has not been able to give it to us. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to move over to China. I do not
I'm just going to point this out, guys. Bernie Sanders introduced a bill multiple times that would have actually implemented universal health care under the term Medicare for all. And then it was just never implemented. Again, like, y'all don't get it. I am not a Republican, nor am I a Democrat, because both parties fucking suck and they're not giving the American people what they actually need or deserve.
Okay, Bernie Sanders did all this.
Yes, he introduced a bill. And at the time, Bernie Sanders isn't a Democrat, dude.
Huh?
He's a fucking independent.
Okay, so you can't get behind a Democrat? I mean, independent? Is that the kind of government you're saying we got?
What are you listening to right now?
What am I listening to? Right now, I'm listening to CNN. Yes, I am.
I guess that explains why you're not hearing or comprehending any words that I am saying.
You said Bernie Sanders put forth a bill
multiple
for
times.
universal health care. Did I repeat that right?
I sure did.
Okay, and so then I guess I am listening.
Okay.
Again.
And then you said
if
something
he
that
did
was
that,
way like wildly off of what I just said, and like because I don't know, you put a bunch of words in my mouth.
Again, why wasn't Bernie Sanders able to get it done? Because he was an independent?
He's an independent.
Oh,
yes.
well then why in the heck is he in the government? What's he taking up our time for? Why didn't he go home?
What the fuck?
That makes about as much sense.
I'm so
He's an
sorry.
independent, so he
I'm
can't really
curious.
do anything.
Let's try this real quick.
Right,
How many senators do we have in total
How many
in Congress?
senators we have? Oh, I knew you were going to ask that.
You did? Dang.
So
What are
100
what are the
100
winning
and some
lottery ticket
senators,
numbers?
yes,
100.
and
Perfect.
200 or 300 congressmen. What does that have
Wrong.
to do with what we're talking about?
Wrong. There's 435 total House of Representatives.
Right, okay.
Members of Congress, right? So that makes a total of 535 members of Congress. Bernie Sanders is one vote out of 535. And then if you bring it back down to just the Senate, that is one vote out of 100. Can you tell me how 1 to 99 would get a bill passed?
I don't know.
It wouldn't. Fantastic.
No. Then what is he doing?
Just, guys, if you can't get anything done, just leave Congress. That's his solution. Yikes. Thank you guys, by the way. If you're new here and you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe button, go ahead and hit it now. These people always make me feel better about my mental health issues. Never fails. Holy shit, Sean. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 35. Give me a second. Let me stop the stream here. It takes a special type of person to call into this. I'm 35.
Are you still
Hello?
supporting Donald Trump?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes. Yes.
And specifically what Donald Trump, what has Donald
Sorry,
Trump
there's a delay between
achieved?
us.
Yeah, I don't know why. Specifically, what has Donald Trump achieved in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
Probably a lot of the efforts in the One Big Beautiful Bill, which is a ridiculous name for legislation, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
Probably
the
stuff in
actual
there.
title for it. If you want to break it down, you can just say HR 1 because that's the bill number.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, provisions in that I would definitely agree with.
Like what?
Probably the like stricter verification for SNAP benefits, for example. It was definitely being exploited prior to that.
Oh, it was being exploited prior to that. Huh.
Yeah.
What is
You
the
were able to
number?
You were able to get a driver's license in states even without having legal status. And that was one of there were very low bars for qualifying for federal SNAP back in the day. So you could get, or
Back
before
in the
that bill
day.
anyway, not back in the day, it's not that far ago. But yeah, minimum requirements were proof of residency, state ID, stuff like that. That bill made it
And I'm just
where-
curious, have you ever seen
ahead.
a license that has been issued to somebody that is either a permanent resident or a non-US citizen? Have you ever seen a license that's been issued to them?
Which state are you referring to?
Any state, any singular state. Have you ever seen one?
In New Jersey, I have, yeah.
You have. And typically right under where it says driver's license or state issued IDs, it has nice bold letters with a phrase right underneath it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It will literally say that they are not a citizen.
Right.
Not specifically
Not
with those
presenting an
words,
ID.
but it'll on a state issued ID, it says that you are not a
Right.
citizen, right?
I'm
Like
not
on the
arguing
people
with you
that
there.
still getting like the non-real IDs, which don't do that, get a real ID. It will say not for use of federal identification, and also
Right.
on people that are not citizens, it will literally say that you are a non-permanent resident or anything along those lines, right?
Right.
Which that has more identifying factors, but you're forgetting the fact that it still required a social security number in order to qualify for SNAP, because you have
Not before that bill it didn't.
Oh, show that to me, please. Where can I find where
Um,
SNAP didn't require a social security number? Your proof of status
That's
prior
that's
to
an
2025.
yeah, that's an easy AI search of what were the minimum
Stop
requirements
using
for
AI.
documents.
Try hitting the clipboard or the paperclip mark, because you can literally, I don't know, people don't realize ChatGPT, Gemini AI, Google AI, that stuff pulls from fucking Reddit and Quora.
Okay. So I guess we're at an impasse then, because prior to 2025, social security number wasn't required. Because when you're applying for benefits like that, there's going to be multiple different forms of identification that you can provide. There'll be different classes, class A, B, and C, depending on strength, like U.S. passports, stuff like that would be very highly ranked, for example.
Ooh.
So, like, you could miss everything inside of a
Individuals, including
Class A.
children applying for food assistance benefits, must provide either a social security number or proof that they've applied for a social security number. As individuals in the household not applying for food assistance benefits do not have to supply a number or apply for a social security number. Oh, October 2024.
So proof of application for a social security number?
Yeah.
Okay.
So guess
You
what
don't need
it
a
still
social
needs?
security
A
number.
social
Proof of
security.
application.
Right. Do you know
for it, I
why?
guess.
Because if you are
Like a
a
submitted
new, because if you are a new mother who just had a baby, your baby probably hasn't been issued a social security number yet if you meet the income requirements.
Well, that wouldn't.
That's
that
why they
situation
take
wouldn't
that.
even apply, because WIC would apply to that, and that's regardless of legal status.
Oh,
You
it's
can get WIC
regardless
benefits
of legal
if you're a
status. Who
mother.
can apply for a social security number?
No. You like a new mother, regardless of legal status, can get federal funds through WIC.
We were talking about
Specifically
SNAP
for-
though, for why you could get that, because you can still get SNAP when you have a newborn.
Right. So that would also apply. Like, are you saying SNAP regardless of legal status? Because SNAP
Oh my
benefits
God,
no,
that's
but
not
WIC,
what I
which
said.
would be
Are
very
you?
similar.
What did you not listen to? I always wonder
Wonder what?
what people are listening to. Ooh,
Your
I like this one
your-
too, actually.
Your phone connection goes in and out sometimes.
No, it's just you.
Gotcha.
All right, so this is cool. So this is directly from the Social Security Administration. And what I love about this one is I'm going to try to zoom all the way in. But dang, this was published March 2025, where it's talking about SNAP benefits and you need to have a Social Security number.
Yeah, I mentioned WIC.
I'm talking
Remember when I
about
mentioned
SNAP.
WIC?
I'm talking about SNAP.
Okay.
And do you know why, like,
So
undocumented
that's
immigrants
contradictory
can...
then.
How?
That's contradictory then, because so now you're saying that it requires a social, or does it just require the proof of application for a social?
It takes either. Why on earth would it take an application for a social security number for mothers who just had a kid?
Right.
Do you understand? Because with the child, correct me if I'm wrong, but regardless of immigration status for the mother, the child is a United States citizen.
Right. Regardless of citizenship, should we provide
So
SNAP
again,
benefits?
so let's be very clear. It's
people
you've been
here?
can you admit that you are wrong that you have to have a social security number prior to the big beautiful bill being signed into law July 4th, 2025 to have SNAP?
But based off of what you read, I would have to concede that, Yeah. Question, do you think that
Cool.
that's even necessary?
What do you mean? What's necessary?
Should anyone that's here receive SNAP benefits regardless of legal status?
I believe that would be up to the state.
Well, right, but I mean, we vote, right? So I'm asking you what your
That
vote
would be up to the state.
So your vote would be to leave it up to the state? I'm confused.
Yes.
That's not answering the question.
No, see, it
Oh, so
is
individual
because I
states-
agree with the, like, as it stands right now, right? So, as it stands right now, there's a law that's been in place since 1996, the PRWORA, Personal
Right.
Responsibility Work Reconciliation Act of 1996. That's if you are a state, okay, you cannot reimburse federal monies for benefits that are given at the state level to unauthorized immigrants.
Do you agree with that? Or should immigrants be allowed to access
I just
federal
said I
subsidized
agree with
funds?
the law.
Gotcha. So you agree that they shouldn't?
No, I agree with the law that exists.
Well, the law states that they shouldn't, so you agree.
I know it states states' rights.
So it should be up to the state, and it's totally fine with you if the state that you live in restricts access to
Social
benefits.
Security was added for enumeration for benefits in 1986. Well, he's already conceded on that point, Crow, but thank you. I personally think that food shouldn't be a commodity that people have to work for. Access to food is a human right.
Okay. So we should allow that.
Oh, I
Do you
don't
think
think
that
you
there should be
understood what that
any
meant.
limits? Do you think that there should be any limits at all on who's able to come?
I don't think
to the
you
country?
understood what that meant.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Re-clarify for me if you can. If I misunderstood. If you want. I mean, you don't have to, I guess.
What do you think it
would
means
help
when
the
I say that
conversation.
food shouldn't be a commodity?
That it shouldn't be something that you should even have to pay for at all. It should just be available.
There we go.
If you're hungry, then you get food.
Uh-huh.
Right?
I believe access to food is a human right.
Gotcha.
One second, okay?
Sure.
He can't hear you, Crow. But if you would like to give like a PSA for the classroom in a second.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll
Okay,
wait.
cool. All right. So yeah, I don't believe that food should be treated as a commodity. To me, it's a human right because it's necessary for individuals to live.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. And when it comes to like citizens, because our government, our tax dollars should be taking care of us. We pay taxes so that the government can provide services for us, not for the rest of the world. that luckily there are
Actually, we don't get a say
like
in what our
essential.
we don't get a say
What's
in
that?
how our tax dollars are funded or used. So, also, immigrants pay taxes.
Okay.
So, shouldn't they get it? Like, by your own logic, they should get a say in how their tax money is spent, right?
I mean, if they're a citizen, sure. Just because they're paying taxes and working here,
Why?
I don't believe that gives
Oh,
them a
so it's
say in,
limited to
like,
citizenship. Okay, interesting.
yeah, 100%.
Gotcha.
I mean,
So
the
you
way
are
things
okay
currently,
with Donald Trump not sending out SNAP benefits in October or the beginning of November of 2025 to 42 million Americans?
I mean, that's more of like a political
Come
thing, like the
back.
government shutdown. I don't know if it was Trump's unilateral decision to
It
do that. It was
it
like a political.
was. It
It was.
was
It was. It
actually
was
a
political.
it was quite literally a law. Like, sorry. Congress
Yeah, but Trump doesn't
funds
fund. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Congress
So Congress
funded the
funds it, but you're
contingency.
putting it on Trump's shoulders.
Yes, because
That
he's
seems
the one that
contradictory.
told his Department of Agriculture not to send out the money.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think SNAP benefits. Even if it's like rife with fraud, I don't think stopping it completely is like the best
It's
way
not rife
to
with
go about
fraud.
that. Well, I think that probably would have been like his claim, right? I'm just going based off of like if someone believes that it's rife with fraud, the way to correct that isn't just to withhold it completely.
Wasn't rife
I'm
with
like, I'm
fraud.
like
That
half
wasn't even
agreeing
his
with you.
claim. He
Oh,
just
it was
was
his claim.
using, he didn't make a claim. He just said he'll pay it out
Oh,
when the Democrats reopen the government, which is again going directly against how it was legislated in Congress and funded with the contingency fund.
gotcha.
It's literally meant to be used during a government shutdown because if that was the case, let's just remind everybody that Donald Trump paid out the contingency fund in 2018 during his last government shutdown of 35 days.
Right. I mean, I would concede that withholding those funds to be used as like a political tool probably isn't the best way to go about
Kind of fucked up.
getting what you want. You know.
Yeah.
At the same time, I also think that there should be limits, unless you're like disabled or something like that. There should be limits, probably on SNAP benefits, to be honest,
Oh, okay.
or at least
So
there
you
should
do
be.
believe in food as a commodity.
Well, I mean, not that it should be cut completely, but maybe like implementing some sort of work or volunteer requirement in order to be eligible
Can
would
every
probably make
individual
sense.
within the United States of America that is of working age work?
What do you mean? Well, no, I mean, with with a disability or something that would keep you from working, sure. I mean, there would be a ton of people that would apply to, yeah. But if you are of working age, then yeah, there should be some sort of volunteer or work requirement attached after a period of time, I would say.
Mm,
Would you disagree with that?
sir, the majority of people that receive SNAP benefits do work.
Okay, but I mean,
The
you wouldn't
vast
deny that there's a
majority
huge
of people.
subsection of people that don't.
Yeah, there's a small percentage.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's like 13% don't have a
Well, I
job.
mean, that's probably a lot of people. If we were to look at like a number, 13% would probably be a decent chunk of people.
Sure. And also to be very clear, like if you're supporting the way that the SNAP benefits change in HR 1, do you think that someone that is between the age of 15 and 18, are they still kids?
You're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Interesting. HR 1 no longer covered with the new SNAP benefits. Children 15 to 18 are no longer included for SNAP benefits.
Well, absent the work requirement, you mean?
No, they do not.
So they're
Their
just kicked off of
parents
it
no longer.
completely?
Yes, their parents no longer get SNAP benefits for them being between the age
Oh,
of
if
15 and 18.
if the parent doesn't comply with the work requirement, then their dependents
No,
wouldn't get it, you're saying?
no. Oh my God.
So I'm a parent, and I'm
Okay, I'll get
applying
you
for
in a second.
SNAP, and I'm getting kicked off because my 15 to 18-year-old's not working.
Hey, real
You sure
quick.
that's how that works?
You're watching. You have the stream on in the background, right?
No, brother, I'm on a phone. How I'm
No, no. I'm asking you a quick question because somebody that works in this department wants to correct me and you.
Right.
So I want you to pull it up in the background and listen to it. I'm gonna put you on hold. Can you do that?
Hold on. I gotta pull it back up. Give me a second.
You know, there's a delay anyway.
I'll
Go.
give him a second to. Okay.
Yeah.
I just needed to correct that last bit because I've been sitting here
No, that's
taking
fine.
notes because there's a lot of I'm gonna correct at the end that he said, but this one I needed to correct in the moment.
No, that's fine.
So
I
that
take
15 to 8,
corrections.
that 15 to 18 thing is when the parent goes back to having a work requirement. So the kid will always count until they're 18. But when the child's between 15 to 18, we were waiving work requirements for the parent up until age 18 previously. And now where the parent has a work requirement once the child turns 15. So we'll still count that child in the household. The child still won't have a work requirement until they're 18, but the parent will have the work requirement applied to them that was previously waived for having a child under 18.
Okay, perfect. I was wrong. I can take a correction. Continue with the rest.
Oh, the rest of the list. We already covered Social Security. The undocumented household stat that gets thrown around all the time counts mixed status households. So like if you're living in a house and your roommate's undocumented and you have SNAP, they're now using you as an undocumented household, even though the undocumented person's receiving nothing. Fraud, the majority is admin error, and regular theft. User fraud is like 2%. So that's like willful fraud. Work requirements, will 70% work full-time. The actual number for people that don't meet some form of exemption already, so this would be the people that they're all bent out of shape about, 3%. 3% of utilization is just for people that are just literally trying to skim the system.
Anything else?
Nope, that was everything I had on my notes.
Okie doke. Are you caught up, my guy?
I don't think I'm completely caught up, but I think I caught the bulk of it.
Cool.
I also think that the work requirement is kind of steep, to be fair.
Steve? Then I
Yeah, I
guess
think
it's
the
a little
hours-
bit strange that you still support it. I don't know. A lot of what you're saying seems contradictory.
Well, I can find that it's kind of steep, but sort of still agree with the outcome of it. That the purpose of those social welfare benefits for people that aren't disabled, able-bodied people, blah blah blah, are to sort of like help them in a transitional period, not to have people that just suck at the teeth of government for the rest of their lives.
Crow can correct me if I'm wrong, but SNAP benefits isn't permanent.
Yep,
So
there's
currently
no
under the work
correction on that.
requirements,
1 second. Go
unless you meet, I'll answer it because I know he can't hear me anyway. Currently, how the work requirements work is you must maintain, if you don't meet an exemption, so there's like 8 different exemptions: veteran, homeless, pregnant, actually marked disabled, a few other things, right? You have a work requirement. The work requirement is 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month. If you do not meet that, then you have 3 months of SNAP. You can only get 3 months of SNAP every 3 years.
Okay, yeah, so it's not permanent.
You mean like a single application, or like how many years can you be
3
a SNAP
years.
recipient? So 3 years, and then you're cut completely, or how do you?
You have to reapply.
Okay. So I mean, I was on unemployment when I was 20 for like a year and a half, and yeah, I had to quote unquote reapply
or prove
but
an exemption.
I mean, effectively,
Reapply or prove an exemption.
right. So just reapply.
Every 3 years. So even those that are disabled have to prove their exemption every 3 years.
I mean, regardless of someone that's disabled, reapply.
Reapplications
is
are
the same thing they did
annual.
when they
I was talking about just the time limit.
Is there even? I'd be
my
surprised
bad.
if there's even. I'd be surprised if there's even like a given lapse in benefits during the reapplication process. That probably goes very smoothly, and there's no halt in benefits at all based off of reapplication.
The reapplication, like the recertification, is every year,
Right.
but there's just a limit on you being able to receive it consistently for 3 years while they also review. Because, like, they look at your income, they look at your tax returns to make sure your
Right.
income
I mean, say
still
you have
falls
no.
below the threshold.
Right. Of course. Yeah. I mean, you have to still
Yeah.
qualify for it. Yeah. You can't have income that goes beyond the limit for it. Sure.
Yeah.
But okay, 3 years. I've reapplied over and over and over again. We're at that 3-year reapplication process. You're telling me that I'm cut. I can't get SNAP anymore until what? There's like 1 month I won't get it until I can reapply. Is it 6 months, a year? Do I have to have a set level of income
Do you have an answer for
taxable
that, Crow?
before I can reapply? Like
Can't hear him, so you're gonna have
reapply
to
is
repeat what's
to
his
me.
statement.
I've reapplied for government benefits before, like I said, with unemployment, and you just get it. So saying, oh no, it's 1 year and you have to reapply means nothing.
At the
There's
end of the
probably
3
online
years,
portals. Go ahead.
Crow, is there a waiting period on that 3-year recertification process you were talking about?
Okay, so how we're talking about two
It's probably
separate
like deemed
things
like
here.
emergency
When I
benefits at
said
that point, like
3 months for
similar
every
to what
3
I had
years,
with.
that was for if you don't meet one of the work requirement exemptions. So, like, you don't meet any of the list of 8 exemptions, you can only get 3 months of SNAP benefits in every 3 years. For your average person, let's say you meet one of those exemptions. You have a kid under 18, you're
Oh,
homeless, you're
I
disabled,
completely
whatever.
misunderstood you.
You have
Got
an
it.
annual recertification and you have a semi-annual one. So every 6 months, I do a cursory glance over your case to see if everything stayed the same. And then every year, I have to functionally take an entire new application and hard verify everything.
Got you. I completely misunderstood what you said. Okay. So you're going to have to go back and listen to the stream to understand like what Crow said. Unfortunately, you can't hear him because TikTok guest doesn't mesh well with my call-in system, but yeah.
Right.
I would
fine.
just like it's a lot more nuance to that. And sorry, again, I don't believe in food as a commodity, so I inherently disagree with cutting people off of snaps. So
Right. I just think it's negative to society to allow, or even without volunteer or work requirements, like require nothing from people at all to be able to receive benefits that is sort of meant as like a transition type thing.
nah, it's a human
I don't
right.
think it's
Access to food is a human right. Access to healthcare is a human right, at least in my opinion. If anybody was actually a true believer in the word of Christ or the word of Jesus, they would also agree with that statement because it's quite literally what Jesus preached about.
that
You
food
don't
should be
hold
free
food.
without.
Yeah, you don't hold food from the needy.
Well, right, but I'm sure there's plenty of biblical passages that would point towards like sort of duty to society in
Duty to
general and to.
society? Crow, is there a biblical passage about a duty to society that you should work for your food or something?
Literally
Well, not
not.
work for your
Literally
food,
not. Where
but
our mission is actually to feed. It's
the
quite literally the parable of the sheep and the goats,
what's the
actually,
term?
about how what the entire bit about that
Contribute
what you do for
to
the
the
least of
society
others,
that
you
you're
do
in.
unto me. Kind
Oh,
of the whole
now he
the
said
actual mission of
contribute.
Christ.
Is there anything in the
No, the
Bible
actual
that
mission
about
of Christ.
contribute
That's
to
zero
society?
things.
Zero? There's
The
zero.
only people that their requirement is for Christians. That's where the entire "you will know them by the fruits of their labor" comes from.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so there's literally a whole Bible verse. Like you can look it up. Matthew's 25 verses 35 through 46 specifically goes into helping the needy and treating like whatever you do to somebody else is how you've treated Jesus. And you will be judged for how you treated the lesser of those among you, just as if you had treated Jesus that way. But I'm not saying you're religious. I'm just pointing that out. Like if there were individuals that were true believers in Christ and the Word of God and the word of that's
Like
written
me.
into the Bible, correct, then you would also agree that food should not be treated as a commodity and is more along the lines of a human right. Guys, Republican Jesus does not exist. Jesus was a socialist.
There's a parable of the talents, Matthew. provides a moral framework for personal contribution.
Personal
Interpreted using it.
contribution.
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
often interpreted as a duty to use your specific
The
skills, wealth,
book
or
of
influence to create.
Matthew
While she pulls this up,
provide
chat, I'm giving all of my friends
a
permission to refer to me as one of the good ones when they're
The
talking
parable of the
about
talents
Christianity.
is widely regarded as the biblical gold standard for the duty to contribute to society.
duty to contribute to society. That only, what did you say exactly about that one? That's funny. Dude, no,
Focus
that's,
on
sorry, that's
stewardship.
going over the biblical verses that I just talked about.
Well,
The
yeah,
book of
looks like
Matthews,
there's
chapter 20, book of Matthews 25. All of those verses. Chapter 25, all of those verses.
Did he just give you the parable of the sheep and the goats and say it was about other people?
The parable of the talents, which is literally Matthew 25.
Oh, those
Yeah.
are hold on. That's even
Okay.
crazier because those are actually direct.
Well, clearly,
those are direct instructions
it's
from
not
Jesus
always,
to his disciples, saying, "If
a
you
black
want
and
to
white
follow me, this is how you do it."
That food should just
Here,
be
I actually
free
have
for
the
all.
entire chapter of Matthew 25 open already. This is great. Oh my gosh.
The parable of the talents is Jesus literally saying, "Hey, you 12 dudes, 13 depending on which interpretation you're looking at. If you want to follow me, these are the rules we live by."
Sin of the hidden gift.
The parable of the talents is to the individuals, his disciples, for the rules to live by for them specifically, right? So even like on a quick Google search where it's talking like Matthew 25 versus did I scroll off of that? Hold on. My eyes are going by it. Oh, it's because it zoomed in. 14 through 30, like I'll read that for exactly, and it's parable of the bag. NIV is so weird. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. To one, he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 bags more. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more, but the man who received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, you entrusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came. Master, he said, I knew you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant, you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well, then you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever has
Can I stop you real quick?
will be given more. It's so hard to read biblical verses. And
know,
they
can
will
I-
have an
Can I
abundance.
stop you
Whoever
real quick?
does not have even what they have will be taken from
Awkward.
them, and throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness where there will
Awkward.
be weeping and gashing of teeth. Sir, I was literally still reading. That was 16 biblical verses to read.
Right. Yeah. And it was kind of dry, to be honest. With an
Yeah.
audience. Yeah. I mean, a little bit more inflection.
Inflection. I'm
Because-
supposed to inflect in that. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, put some oomph in that. That was like
Just pull the parable of the sheep and the goats, please. Please do this.
Me, to
Which
be honest,
which
or somebody else.
verses, Crow?
It's the parable. Literally just type the
honestly,
words, the
after-
parable of the
after the
sheep and the
first
goat.
verse,
You'll get it
You
immediately.
should have passed
Isn't
the
that
ball.
the next set of verses? The sheep and the goats? At
Should
31?
be.
Yeah.
It should be. It should be.
See,
When
I also
the
don't
Son of
know-
Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people from one another as shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep
Right.
on his right and the goats on his left. And then the king will
Mhm.
say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was
I
in
think we
prison, and
traced
you
in the
came to
parable.
visit me." Then
I think
the
we traced in
righteous
the
will
parable.
answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" The king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." And then he will say to those on the left, "Depart from me, you who are cursed, and into the eternal fire prepared for the devils and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me." I'm going to skip to 45. "Truly, I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me." Did I do better with the voice inflections?
That's why you have to read
There was
both, because
improvement
the
there.
first one is a
There was
story about
improvement there.
humans,
I
and
will
the
give
other
you
one
that.
is a story about how you should act.
I can't believe that you did that.
The first one is
I think
about hubris. I like that one. Yeah, the
I think
first
we
the
strayed from the
first parable
parable.
is like you have to read that chapter as a whole, right? The
I
first
think we
parable is about hubris. The
right, but
next set
that
is
wasn't
the
even the
actual
parable that
teaching
we
of.
were.
No,
That
it's the
wasn't
same
even the parable
chapter.
that we were
It's
talking.
the same chapter. It's the same chapter.
That's the
Just saying,
parable that
like,
I was
if
referring
people
to.
were a true Christian, like, if you were a true Christian, if you truly believed in the Word of God, and again, I'm not putting that on you, the Word of Jesus Christ, then you would not believe in food
Well,
as
I'm
a
a Christian
commodity.
non-realist, so close,
Okay,
but
sure. Well, sir, it's been nice. It's been pleasant having you. I hope you go back and listen to what Crow
real
said,
quick,
because
the
Crow
Bible
corrected
differentiates
me.
between a gur and a nokri.
I was trying to be nice, but I was trying to be nice. Guys.
Well, chat, while he was saying weird things about Snap, I saw a lot of you talking about your cases and problems you're having and how you needed help and couldn't find it. I'm going to use this moment that Aries granted me to say there's a website you can go to. It's called needhasnoparty.org. You scroll down a little bit, there's going to be a link for a Discord. That's the Lighthouse. It's a server I run specifically to help people who are having problems navigating social programs.
Guys, I'm
We
gonna
can
read
look
through
through your
some of
state's
these real
policies. I
quick.
can't look at your case because of like laws and shit, but I can help point.
We're going to mute him. Post 11 GI was built passed by 2 Vietnam veterans during the Bush era. You can keep going, Crow. I was going to read to the tubes in the Twitchy chat. Yeah, you can keep going, though. Luca, thank you for the 99 cents. Thank you guys for all of the jewels. Can I come on stream to debate? You can call in to try to debate anytime. Thank you, Joseph, for the donation. Thank you for being a voice of sanity in this sad MAGA world. Thank you, Patrick, for the 5. Putting tariff on something to subsidize it. What? Yeah, it didn't make sense at all, Betty. I agree. So when hasn't Trump been online to communicate with everyone? Has he never, other than the time he wasn't allowed and security took his phone away? That's funny. Hello, stream. I am on the big screen. That's weird. America is farther in debt than any other country. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. All right. Well, Crow, I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you down and finish up the stream because I've been on for my 2 hours. Bye. Love you. Follow Crow. Comment in the chat. These callers are not so bright. No, I would have to agree that some of them are not. Some of them are. Let me be very clear. Not all of them are. I just thought of my show name, Autistical Political. That's a word. Autistical Political. That might need to be mine. It's not funny. Thank you. Oh no, here we go. Oh no, here we go again. Thank you for the 1500 bits. I appreciate that. Yeah, the King James Bible is just like it's the weirdest translation, I gotta be honest. This dipshit of the day contest is truly excruciating. Jeebus said, knock it off. It's not you job. Yeah, that's true. He didn't mean let in potential criminals. Where is that in the Bible? Where is that in the Bible? Tell me. Where's the Bible? Differentiate. That's what I'm asking for. Eggman, thank you for the trophy. Put this text. Oh, I don't support Trump, so good job. I see that's proof that I don't read the things before I put them on the screen. I don't. I truly do not. Jesus' own did not recognize him. They've probably already deported him. Yeah, they did. Actually, that's kind of why they put him out and crucified him, is because they didn't believe him. Right? Let's see. That this person's really obsessed with Trump, but can you please be more quiet? I think I have tinnitus. No. There's this thing that I'm pretty sure you could just scroll. Right? This country would be so much better if we just took care of each other. I agree. It would be a lot better if we just took care of each other. You guys are so funny. This is Paul talking. And again, the word of Jesus Christ is in the book of Matthew 25, 30 through 46. So sorry that the disciple Paul went against the fucking word of God. You sad, sad little people that want to deprive people. Oh my God, y'all are just sad, sad individuals that want to just deprive people. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your night. I am going to go ahead and end. I'm a little bit past my time. TikTokers, stay around for a second. Twitch, YouTube, I appreciate you guys. If you haven't hit that follow button or that subscribe, go ahead and hit it now. I will see you guys back on live tomorrow. If you haven't joined the Discord, join it. There are verification steps. Get verified. You will not join if you're not verified.